Hey guys, Captain Figurine back with another video. Today we will take a look at the BT-7, the Soviet tank from the Battle of Moscow campaign, and I chose this one because a lot of people unlocked it fully upgraded through the Twitch drops last weekend. You're probably gonna play or encounter it quite often, so you might want to have some extra information about it. But first of all, I'll give you some history as we always do. The BT series was initially designed by John Walter Christie. So in 1931 they built some prototypes, so they built the BT-1 till the BT-4, but just in very low numbers. In 1932 they started building the BT-5, but they're still not super happy with that one, so in 1934 they started producing the BT-7. So the BT-7 was the first one that was produced in substantial numbers. So until 1939 they had produced around 4,760 of them. And what is also special about the BT-7 is it was the first one in the series that had a welded armor. If we, for example, take a look at the BT-5 here, we can see this one still has bolted armor. So that's a huge improvement. Also, the armor on the BT-7 was slow, and that was the first model with that as well. The BT-7 was a light tank, so the major focus on the whole BT series was mobility over armor. And there is also another unique feature about the BT-7. As you can see here, we have a steering engine. So you can take off the tracks from that BT-7 and drive it on the wheels we can see here, because you can still steer it even without the tracks. It's quite nice, and it gave them some extra mobility on the road, and you had no unnecessary friction on the tracks, but it wasn't super reliable, so it was the only tank that had that feature, but it's kinda cool. Now let's take a closer look at the in-game stats of the BT-7. It comes equipped with a 45mm 20K cannon. This is perfectly fine to deal with all the German tanks we have so far in the Battle of Moscow campaign, and with a 7.62mm DT machine gun. The reload time is 2.9 seconds, it has a tower rotation speed of 16 degrees per second and a gun aim speed of 4 degrees per second. As I said, it's a light tank, it's not heavily armored, so we have a front armor of 20mm, a side armor of 15mm, it has 13 at the back and 6mm at the bottom. For the turret we have 15mm at the front, 15 at the side, 13 at the back and 10mm at the top. So even with the anti-tank guns you can penetrate the front on up to 500 meters and the side on almost up to 1000 meters. But it shines with its mobility, it's a very fast tank and it can relocate and support very fast at the right spots. Now let's take a closer look at the inside of the BT-7. Alright, so in the center there we can see the engine. That's a spot you could try to hit. Or we can see 3 fuel tanks, 2 on the side and 1 on the back. Then we have the 3 crew members. We have the driver in the front and the gunner and commander in the back there at the gun. You can also see all the spare ammunition and the 2 radiators right next to the engine. So as you can see, if you show them the back, it's very easy to hit your fuel tanks, but if you show them the front, they can kinda easily take out your crew member. So use your mobility and cover to survive and avoid shots. So I think the BT-7 is a really nice tank to play if you like mobile tanks with less armor. If you communicate with your team a lot and they give you positions and give you pings, you can move around really fast and really support the infantry where it needs support and pick the enemy tanks off by surprise. If you move around a lot, you're quite hard to hit with other tanks, and also it's hard to land an explosive pack on a BT-7. Since you can put your turret on quite a steep angle, you can also deal with aircrafts if needed. So overall, this is a good all-rounder and quite a pain if somebody knows how to play it. So I hope this information was useful to you guys. If you have any other information about the BT-7, put it down in the comment section down there. I hope you liked this tank review, and I see you next time guys. Have a good one. Captain Figurine out.